Hey guys, Metal Driver 89 here, bringing you another WWE review. But this time we're not going to be taking a look at an Elite figure, but we're going to be taking a look at an Ultimate Edition figure. Specifically, the Bret Hitman Hart Ultimate Edition action figure. Now taking a look at the box, looking at the front, this is definitely a different design than the normal Elite boxes. It's got this really nice curve. It's got these edges. It looks very sleek and modern, high-tech, almost. Weird to say with a box, but it looks really cool. I like it. Looking at the sides, you get this awesome image of Bret the Hitman Hart on one side. On the other side, you have the Ultimate Edition logo along with Bret Hitman Hart name. Looking at the back of the box here, you've got a very beautiful image of the figure posed in action. You've got Bret Hart posing on the turnbuckle with the championship belt. You don't have any pictures or images of the other figures in the waves, but you do have a quick bio here. It says a height of 6 feet, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Finisher, the sharpshooter. Career highlight, 5-time WWE champion. There's a reason Bret Hart's legacy is the excellence of execution. With an array of innovative maneuvers and pinpoint precision, the Hitman was the best in-ring technician of his era, if not all time. That's why he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Alright, I am really excited to open up this figure because this is my first Ultimate Edition WWE figure, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out. So now that we've seen the box, we can go ahead and open up Bret Hitman Hart and take a closer look at him. Alright, now that we have Bret Hart out of the packaging, we can take a closer look at the figure and its accessories. And as you can see, it comes with a ton of accessories. You have extra hands here, 2 sets of extra hands, extra arms, 2 extra heads, and of course, his sunglasses. And not only does he come with all that, but he also has a plastic jacket for his entrance gear. Now, I've mentioned in the past in some of my videos that I'm not a fan of plastic jackets or plastic coats, but I prefer the soft goods one. This, however, is a good exception. So it is plastic, but it's not a removable plastic in the sense that it wraps around the figure and therefore hindering the articulation. No, it's a separate plastic piece. So usually I go over the articulation last, but in this case, let's take a look at the jacket accessory pieces along with the jacket arms, and then we can look at the articulation on that piece. So looking at the jacket here, it is very detailed. So it looks really nice. I don't know if you can see on camera, but you can see all these little dots and bubbles. I don't know what they're called, but it mimics the look of a leather jacket, which is nice. You've got the silver here on all the zippers, which is really good. On the sides, you've got more silver, some designs, even a star there, including inside the pin, which is nice. Continues on the left side. You've got these shoulder pads with these cool, I don't know what these are called. Are they lapels, fringes? Not sure. I'm not really fashion savvy. And on the back, it looks pretty good. Does seem like there's a bit of smudging here. I don't know if that's plastic or paint. So that's something that I would have to fix on my own, so that kind of sucks. Alright, so the articulation while wearing the jacket. So the arms, which are the jacket sleeves, have a bicep swivel. It does have a hinge, so you can move it up this far. There is a rotation, so you are able to move it up, although the plastic on the shoulder pad kind of prevents it from going all the way around. There are double jointed elbows, which are really nice. I like how the Ultimate Edition figures have double jointed elbows, so that's a new point of articulation that they have. However, with this double jointed elbow, doesn't go past 90 degrees, but still, it's nice that it's there. And then the hands are on a swivel, and then there is a hinge at the wrist. So these are removable, the hands, so you can pop these out, and you can pop them right in. So there. So that way you can do his signature Bret Hart entrance pose when he's entering the ring or when he's posing in the ring. So that looks really nice. And then the other point of articulation I want to go over is the torso articulation. So just to see how that looks with this plastic piece over it. So you can get a swivel there at the waist, and he crunches slightly forward and a little bit backward, so not too bad. Again, this is a plastic piece that's over. Much better than the other plastic jackets that we have gotten in the past where it just goes over the figure. So I think this is a really nice touch with the Ultimate Edition. So we saw these hands attached to the Bret Hart straight out of the package. So those are basically open gripped hands, so that way he's able to grip on to a championship belt or a weapon or accessory. The other hands that he comes with are two-fisted hands, which is perfect for punching his opponents. Bret Hart is known for dishing out believable strikes. Alright, the other accessory that he has is the head scan, because he has multiple head sculpts. So, looking at that, looks really nice. He's got an open mouth, showing off a great expression. So this is usually, you see him doing that when he's posing. He also has his signature shades, which isn't anything too fancy. We've seen this released before with other Bret Hart figures. So it is removable. So that way now you can get a better look at the Bret Hart head scan, which looks really detailed, really nice. Now the box did not say if it was utilizing the True Effects face scans, but I would assume that it is, because it does look like it has that, and it looks really nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the other head sculpts. So here we have just a very standard, generic, stoic looking head scan, which is probably going to be great for using when he's in the middle of a ring, performing a move, or even doing the sharpshooter. And then the second head scan is him giving a smile, closed mouth smile, which looks really nice. I think this really fits his baby face persona. And he has his hair right in his face, like that, so it looks really cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and showcase those different head sculpts on the figure. Here he is with his stoic looking face. Here he is with his sunglasses on the stoic looking face. Here he is with his closed mouth smile head scan. And here he is with his sunglasses on the closed mouth smile head scan. Alright, now that we have taken a look at the upper body jacket part of the figure along with the head scans, we're going to go ahead and remove that and pop in the unsleeved arms. So, you can easily detach it from here, from this socket. So that's pretty simple. You do it the same with the other arm. So now he is armless. If you notice here, the jacket opens up here from this, what do you call it, this tab here. Removes very easily, revealing Bret Hart's nice design here on his gear. Now the arms pop in really simple. So really didn't take much force to pop them in, so that was really nice. Now you can go ahead and pop in another set of hands. Alright, now that we have his arms placed in and the jacket off, we can take a look at the rest of the figure. So his outfit is very reminiscent of his mid-90s look. So for the most part, the paint apps came out decently. There are a lot of splotches on mine, which is unfortunate. So you can see here, there's this pink splotch, and then it's missing some of the paint here on the skin. So the black is showing. So that's a little disappointing. So that's something that I'm going to have to go ahead and fix on my own with a little bit of paint. which is it's disappointing having to do that because it is a bit of a pricier figure. Alright, looking at the rest of the body, so the design looks really nice. There aren't any other paint smudges or bleeding that I see, or any defects other than just the torso. Taking a look at the shoes there. Looks, there's a little bit of paint missing there, so I'm going to have to fix that as well. So that's a little disappointing, having this Ultimate Edition figure and having a lot of paint defects. I don't think this is going to be a widespread problem. This is probably just an issue with my figure that I have. Alright, going over the articulation. So the head is on a ball joint, which allows him to look that far up, that far down, so not too high, not too low due to the plastic hair. Can wiggle a little bit side to side, can turn side to side. The arms are on a hinge joint, so allows it to go that far up. It's able to rotate all the way around. There is a bicep swivel, and the elbow is double jointed, so allows for pretty decent range. Now you can't really see that too well due to the elbow pad, so the plastic is hindering a bit. So if we were to take this off, or at least pull it down, so there you can see that the elbow actually has great range. So the elbow pad does hinder it a bit due to the rubber plastic. The wrist is on a hinge joint that allows it to hinge up and down and swivel. The torso articulation is different than a standard Elite. So if you see here, this Bret Hart has this hinge that goes like that, whereas this is on a, I don't know what you'd call this kind of joint. I think it's a ball joint, is it? So it allows it to go that far down, not too far down, and this goes that far back, which is, it's about the same as the previous Bret Hart figures and the other Elite figures. So I'm not sure if I like how this joint looks. It looks a little off to me, but I mean, that's how it is. The hips are on a ball joint, which allows the legs to go that far out. It can go that high up. There is a thigh swivel. It has double jointed knees like all the other figures do in the Elite waves. There is a cut at the boot, which allows it to swivel. The feet are on a hinge joint, which allows it to go that far down, that far up. Excuse me, not the feet, but the ankles. There is an ankle pivot, and there is toe articulation, so you can see that it hinges that high up, and it goes that far down, which is really neat. And here we have a side-by-side comparison with the new Ultimate Edition Bret Hart, along with two other Bret Hart figures that I have. So this one was from the WrestleMania 30 wave, I believe, and this Bret Hart is a recent ringside exclusive King of the Ring Bret Hart. So as you can see, they stand about the same height, and as we noticed before, I mentioned that this sunglasses has been released previously, so you can see that on this Bret Hart figure. So looking at him, he looks really nice. The head scan looks really good, much better than the previous ones. But as I mentioned, this new torso articulation for the Ultimates, it looks a little bit off. I prefer this style instead because it looks more aesthetically pleasing. Alright, what are my final thoughts on the new Ultimate Edition Bret Hart figure? My figure has a few QC issues. It's got some paint splotches. I'm looking real at that pink splotch right there. That's annoying. I can fix that. It's just frustrating that it exists because this is a more expensive figure. It should have better QC issues than what I'm seeing right now. Again, this shouldn't be a widespread issue. It's probably just my figure. Other than that, I think this figure looks really good. Aside from the torso articulation that the other Ultimate Edition figures have, that's really my only gripe that I have with the design of the Ultimate Editions. Other than that, I think these are amazing figures. I like that it comes with a ton of accessories. I like that he has this plastic jacket that's removable and that it has arms that actually have articulation. So even though I am a big fan of soft goods, I think this is a good replacement because this looks really good in photography. I think the figure looks outstanding. I like this outfit that he has. It's a nice design. Loving the accessories. I love the different head scans. I love the added articulation with the toe articulation, the double jointed elbows, which I wish the Elite figures had. I think this is a great figure. This really is the ultimate Bret Hart action figure. Now, these figures are a bit pricey. They are more expensive. Now, this figure was purchased from Ringside Collectibles, so Ringside tends to be a little bit more expensive than retail. The price of this figure when I bought it was $37.99, so the price may fluctuate on Ringside. I have seen other figures go up and down as far as pricing. Now, I don't know if these are going to appear in retail. I don't know if Target or Walmart will have this, or even GameStop. So if so, I would assume that these would be anywhere from $30 to $35. I know other people have complained about the prices, that for, the added articulation, this should really be $20. Well, I really think that $30 is a decent price for this. It's not just the added articulation, but all the added accessories and pieces that it comes with. Honestly, I think this is a solid figure. If you're a big Bret Hart fan, definitely pick this up. If you're a fan of this era of wrestling, pick it up. I think this is a must-have for any WWE collection. So if you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more WWE reviews, hit the subscribe button. Share this with anyone you think who might enjoy this video. As always, stay tuned till the end to see pictures of this figure in action, and I'll see you next time.